Okay, our next category is the 3-year-old filly trot. This year's winner is Gabby C-Note, sired by Triumphant Caviar out of Gabby's credit card by Credit Winner. Seasonal earnings of almost $387,000 with a mark of 154 and 3/5. In 17 starts this year, this filly had 10 wins, 2 seconds, and 2/3. Some of her notable wins: 3 legs of the Ohio Sire Stakes, the Ohio Sire Stakes Championship, the Ohio State Fair, and completing the Triple Crown in the Ohio Breeders' Championship. This filly is owned by Chris Beaver, Joanna Beaver, and Steve Zealander, trained by Chris Beaver, driven by Aaron Merriman, Chris Page, and Sam Widger. The breeder was Joanna Beaver, and the caretaker, Sheila Napier. This year's 3-year-old filly trot winner, Gabby C-Note.
My father bought Success Norma in 1962 as a weanling, and I think I was counting up today, and Gabby C-Note is the 6th generation. This kind of an interesting thing about it. The second generation was a mare called Bea C-Note. And she was by a stud that we had at the farm called Chip Blaze. And she went, they decided to have a $20,000 filly races at the state fair. And back then, we had to warm them up 3 trips. And if you're really lucky, they try to last the 2 races. If you're kind of lucky, they trot the last race. But anyway, she won both divisions and won the, I think they call it the Ohio State Filly Trot. But anyway, I just happened to, when we were trying to come up with a name for her, I said, let's name her C-Note. So it worked out good. And I just want to thank our partners, Steve Z. Handler, Chris, his wife here is with us. Chris is in Laos. But anyway, Sheila took care of him. Aaron Merriman drove her about all through the Ohio Star Stakes. And it's just a great honor for us. I'm 75 years old, so you know, for something like that to happen, and it's not like we have a lot of them. So, thanks a lot.
Gabby's C-Note returns as our 3-year-old filly trotter of the year. Beside me, I have Charles Beaver as the connection. So, Charles, let's talk about this phenomenal filly. She not only was the 2-year-old filly trotter last year, she finally earned that Triple Crown.
Yeah, she missed it by about a half a length last year as a 2-year-old, but she's just been a consistent horse. You know, she always puts in a good race. She tries, and she was the best this year in the 3-year-old fillies. Yeah.
It's really hard to come back from your 2-year-old year. Not every single horse makes it back to the racetrack just on top like they were the previous year. Did you ever have any doubt?
Well, you always have a doubt, and I think they race so hard, you never know. I had a really good colt this year that was out of her sister called Gabby's Bitcoin. He ended up winning the consolation, but he had some lameness problems and was a very fast horse, but it just he ended up made $250,000 between the 2 and 3-year-old, but she was probably a little more durable, So
This is a homebred from your family for more than 60 years. How special is it to finally get this honor?
Yeah, that's something that really, my dad bought the 6th generation, so he bought her in I think 1962 as a weanling. Her name was Success Norma, and we ended up. Dad was one that always wanted to keep the fillies and everything, and we kept her, and we happened to have a little problems getting her in foal, so we bought a stay and to breed her to, and his name was Chip Blaze, and we had Gabby's C-Note, and then looks like Norma was out of her, and she was age trotting mare of Ohio, and then she was a dam of I Look Like My Mom, and he was a Ohio Horse of the Year as a 3-year-old, and then the fourth dam was Lots to Live Up To, and she was the dam of the New York Sire Stake champion. His name was Four Star Speed, and then she was the dam of Gabby's Credit Card, and she's the dam of Gabby's C-Note.
So definitely a long line of legacy. Congratulations to all of the connections of Gabby's C-Note, our 3-year-old filly trotter of the year.